Glentendo Circuit 11. I can't believe we're up to 11 of these things. That's like almost 3 months.
You know, I can believe it, but I'm going to pretend that I can't believe it because that makes for more entertaining value. I just can't believe it. Glentendes actually has lots of friendies in his circuit, probably more than I do, which is a little embarrassing because he likes his own tweets a lot, but I don't know. Can't tell if that's ironic anymore. We're here, and I'm happy.
Dude. Glentendi liking your own tweet signature, that's his thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, but then you see somebody who, like, actually does it, and then it's just like, baby, what is you doing? But anyway, we got some regs out here. Dilly Diamond, another regular of the Glentendo circuit streamers, essentially kind of replacing me a little bit for the breaks I've taken from racing in the Glentendo circuit to commentate them instead. And on the left here, we got Cuneo as well. We're relatively new streamer, done got a webcam up yet, but that doesn't matter. He's just out here to help us provide the action. He's going to reset his software really quickly, probably to get everything up and accurate, while Dilly already has 17 points, and he might be in a new no, there's still people coming in his lobby.
Yeah, there's so we got more people too, by the way. This isn't it. This is just like half of it. Because I wasn't sure if he was going to, but I'm glad he is. He started a little late. Kugi, so you know that's always good or reliable for us. And then Cafe Cold Brew. I am a huge fan, a huge cold brew fan. Let me just show you. Let me get rid of the label so you can enjoy it in its glory. Look at this stream layout. This is absolutely beautiful. Is he playing co-op? What is this? Who is he playing with? His brother?
Wait, oh my God, you're right. Oh, jeez, that's
Crazy.
awesome. I'm actually not sure, but that's actually sick. That's a first for the Glentendo circuit, or at least from what I've seen from a streamer.
I'm surprised. Because I obviously just saw stuff now, and I don't know who the other racer is, so it'll be a mysterious second player racer. But I know that he plays King Boo, so he's definitely on the left. I don't know who he's playing with that plays Daisy, but Garfield doesn't like it regardless. So, Kugi's going a Shy Guy. So I have a feeling he's going another alias again. We're going to have to wait in between games to see if that's the case. But I've been learning more and more. I talked to Knight. You know Knight, who enters these tournaments. He runs Kart Clash and all that. And he basically... He has like a really good ranking system he uses, and a lot of his players that are like that pro level, that pro caliber, because there's him, and then there's like MK Central, which is a thing, which has like crews and regional events and stuff, all this crazy stuff that I'm just learning about. And I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, he was telling me about the rules. He's like, yeah, usually you can't hide who you are. Like that's like against the rules. But he's like, but I don't really think it matters for Glenn. He's like, a lot of people just seem to have a lot of fun in the Glentendo circuits regardless. So, like, not the biggest deal. But it is interesting to see how much it affects him. Because there was the week that he went the Glentendo me, but it clearly was a fake Glentendo me. But like, he wasn't targeted really any different. So I don't know. Interesting, maybe Mario Kart metagame discussion possibly developing.
It definitely is, because like I wouldn't imagine Kugi necessarily doing that in most other tournaments. I feel like he does it here not only because of the reasons that he said before. I feel like he also probably does it to experiment a little bit. And now he's playing a light character, which he literally never does. So what does that say there? It's actually a little fuzzy.
It says Nick. All right.
It says Nick.
So that could be anyone. Anyone who's named Nick. But I haven't seen a Nick in the scores yet. So, I really can't tell you, but what I can tell you is, while we're waiting for everyone to get started, Glentendo Circuits, yeah, we're almost going on 3 months here, 3 complete months, and for anyone who's just discovering these, I got to run some of the advertisements during Collision yesterday, which is a big Smash tournament, lots of eyeballs on it, so I don't know who's new and how many people are just discovering this, but if you are, these are very, very, very free and very, very open to everyone who wants to join them. And all you really need is a tournament code on the bottom of this Glentendo advertisement. You basically just take that code and put it in the tournament mode in the game, and that's it. So I will tell you that these things end at 9 p.m. And there's a 24 race limit. So it takes about an hour and a half to get these races in. So if you're thinking about it, or if you're enticed, make sure you enter like soon. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to finish. But, you can still enter regardless, and it'll still be a good time. But I didn't take the time to see who's in whose race. But We do have 4 active streamers today, and it looks like I got them lined up right. Cunio's up the top with Dilly. Meanwhile, Cold Brew and Coogie are gonna race on Ribbon Road, or whatever that stage is. That's the one, right? Ribbon Road.
Yeah, you got it. You got
I'm gonna get it. I'm getting better. You know, like I'm like one of those people who plays the games, and I enjoy the games, but I don't always pay attention to the labels that are right under my nose. So I gotta start doing that though.
I've never seen you play a video game once in my life,
dude.
I didn't know you knew what they were. If I'm being completely honest.
That's true. I'm usually behind the stream a lot. I can't even argue with that. I do play a lot of video games though.
Oh yeah,
dude. So I am a little bit interested to see Coogie. He's the shy guy because he's usually using a heavy, so he gets a lot of like that top end speed, and when he pulls away, he's not gonna get that with shy guy at all. And he's gonna get knocked around a lot. He's already a little tilted. I won't be surprised to see him switch. And also Moral Atheist. I don't know if he's streaming, but I did see he was in there, so I'm gonna check in on that real quick.
Okay, that sounds good to me. But yeah, that's Ribbon Road at the bottom. Got to give yourself more credit. Where credit is due, my friend. You know this stuff. You're getting better. But at the top, we got good old classic Game Boy Advance Mario Circuit from Mario Kart Super Circuit. My personal least played Mario Kart. I've actually literally never played that game once before in my life, but it had some pretty unique characteristics. No new characters or anything like that, but a lot of new tracks, different items, as well as, you know, just as well as a various bunch of different features. Not as much compared to most other Mario Kart games, but it's out here, and we got some pretty cool tracks from it at the very least, including a patented Mario Circuit. Dilly gonna actually throw some bananas in front of him and then use the boo he had to actually slip right past them. Good on his part, slipping on through, as we got Cunio just sitting relatively comfortable in first right now. He's going to go for the home stretch with his patented Breath of the Wild Link, but somebody passes him. Who was that? Was that Mr. M? It looked like a Yoshi to me.
M? It says Adam. Adam is another one who comes from Kart Clash, and I think he's pretty good, from what I understand, as far as like rankings go. And I'm just starting to learn this stuff. And oh wow, Moral Atheist is streaming, so I'm gonna get that on deck too. But yeah, so I'm learning all about some of these Mario Kart players because those websites like Kart Clash and MK Central or whatever, however it's called, they're pretty popular, and they have like a pretty big base of players. So and the more we're seeing of those players, it's a good thing, you know. It means that I would say it means that we're on the right track as far as the Mario Kart stuff goes. But all right, I don't know. It looks like Moral Atheist's stream might be frozen, or else it's maybe just frozen for me.
Quality is coming a little bit fuzzy on my end, but I don't know. It looks like it's actually gotten a little bit better as we look at all these beautiful streams. And my God, and can I just say, Cold Brew, I love what he did with his hair.
It's really good, man.
I love what he did with his hair. I mean, I don't know what brand that is, what kind of dye. I don't know if it's maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's natural. But either way, he is worth it. I will say that
he is worth it. Yeah, huge glow up. I do remember his dark hair.
Got the little red spot too. Look at that. Oh my God, he's like a majestic e-girl bird.
Yeah, looking good.
Beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Honestly, though, that layout is pretty godlike. I gotta hand it to him. That's really clever.
I think I'm in love.
I might be too.
Wait, what?
I'm in love with that overlay.
Okay, whoa.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later. All right. I don't want no conflicts of interest up here. All right. We're here on Royal Raceway, track that I love personally. It's so balanced. I mean, it's got shortcuts that you can take advantage of, but I mean, it's the kind that really requires items. So you just gotta like hope you got like some good RNG on your belt. You know, it's the kind of stage that I personally think is really balanced around its item and its item placement, especially. And I think it just very much rewards a good driver as well. There's a reason that, like, you know, certain ones always get picked. Is that me in front of him actually looks a little like my me. I'm a little tilted. That I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wait,
anyway, we're moving on. I don't remember which one. It might just because it's a little fuzzy on my end, but it just looked like a me with glasses and a beard. And there's two things that I am.
Oh wait, are you talking about the other Link that's in front of Dilly?
I don't think he's in front of him anymore.
It was Zodiac, and Zodiac is a mainstay in these circuits as well. I actually think he's pretty consistent, like top 5 or at the very least top 8. I know that much. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the usuals, and that's what's so good about these tournaments. They're all usuals. Like Panda Boz, I've even seen several times now. Skinarsic, I'm even pretty sure I saw him on Twitter, even though I don't know if he just got knocked into the water, but if he didn't, he was probably pretty close to it. And that's Dilly making the big moves past Zodiac. And I do think that it looks like Dilly's off to a pretty decent day, because I think this is the 4th race for him. He's at 35 coins. That's not too bad. It could, I'm assuming his tally's correct. And if you
yeah, I assume he updates it every game. I mean, I don't understand why he would, have the mindfulness to really, put it there and then not really do that. But I don't know. I mean, it's could be a safe assumption either way. But yeah, he's looking pretty good so far. Sitting pretty at 3rd with his Luigi right now on the Squid Cart. I forget the name of that.
The Squid Cart?
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's actually called the Squid Cart.
I don't think it's a Squid Cart either, but at least we all know what you're talking about when you say Squid Cart.
And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Dude, I gotta tell you, it looks like I'm looking at the bottom now with Cougs, and I do think we're probably gonna see a different character. I don't know, Shy Guy. The little guys, the medium guys, are at such a big disadvantage in this game, because the big guys not only just have more speed, but they just don't get knocked around as much. In this game, getting knocked around is really detrimental. It's not like some of the older Mario Karts where you get knocked around and it's like kind of whatever. This one, it's like really kind of hurts. And all right, cool. So I see Melpool. I'm gonna look forward to that. So we got another streamer, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. So thanks to everyone who's streaming and hanging and all this stuff. It's basically makes these streams possible, and that is a good thing. And so I'm gonna get that in, and then we'll have yet another streamer, because we do have more Lathius too. We haven't. I got to get him a little bit of screen time. I'm just getting all these screens set up for right now. That's always the way it is in the beginning. But yeah, so meanwhile, these guys are sticking right next to each other, and this is Cuneo and Dilly. And okay, yeah, Music Park. Or no, this isn't Music Park. This is the Electro one.
Yeah, this is the Electrodrome, which is also, I mean, Chris, it is technically a music park. It's a rave. It's a bunch of like people going to a rave, so you're not wrong in that sense. And then there's water. It's like it's on the water. If you go by this turn here that Dilly's at right now. If you once you see him go a little bit farther, it's literally like a giant electro raving island on the water, which is hype as hell. And I personally really appreciate for like the sort of slightly futuristic theme that Mario Kart 8 always tried to go with, what with the zero gravity karts and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it's a really nice touch personally, and it's another reason why it's one of my favorite tracks.
I definitely agree, and that's something I don't really look at a lot, is the backgrounds that you see in a lot of these races. But a lot of the rendering and just overall attention to detail in the pretty much in any Nintendo game is always on point, and even like the courses are so detailed. You really get to see it with the specialty courses in this game, the former DLC, but just part of the game now, like the Animal Crossing stages and Hyrule circuits and Mute City. Just like the details that they put in there is really neat.
Honestly, yeah, and it's like, I haven't played. You talk about that Nintendo quality in terms of what it looks like. I haven't played Luigi's Mansion 3 yet, but I've heard that game is among like the pinnacle of like Nintendo's quality for the Switch. I've seen some of the cutscenes, which are just really high budget looking stuff. I'm not gonna lie, and like that game specifically, which is kind of amazing, to see like how far like a franchise like that has come along. Meanwhile, on the bottom, we got Kugi with his Shy Guy yet again. Now, you mentioned earlier how he, right now he's actually only around like 5th, 6th, 7th place. You mentioned earlier about how like getting bounced around in this game is so bad, and that's why like, some of the lighter characters are already at a disadvantage in that regard, but it's really an extreme disadvantage because pretty much every character can get bounced around in the first place. The thing with the new Mario Karts compared to the old ones is that getting hit by one item can just completely destroy your day. You can go from like 1st to like no shit, like 8th place in this game in a matter of seconds. And if you're playing a character that just gets bounced around by the carts themselves on top of the items, that's pretty bad. And it's not even just to mention the fact that there's that, but there's also the fact that Kugi is playing a character that he's not really used to. I mean, the only real differences between characters in this game is their weight classes, which affect their top speed and their acceleration and whatnot. But Kugi, as the player who takes Mario Kart pretty seriously, plays the heavies, he's more so used to, the heavier characters and therefore their higher top speed. Whereas now that he's playing Shy Guy right now, he's actually racing at a lower speed than he ever did before. And I don't know if that's messing him up a little bit, if he's just not used to that. I think that would subtly mess me up personally, but I'm not going to speak for him.
I really think just like that. Yeah, he's already looking at the character select screen, although, okay, never mind. He's just the color. Strictly cosmetic. Maybe he's just trying to like struggle through it. Sometimes it's the only way to get better at something, but I just do want to point your attention. So that is Melpool on the bottom right. Just hit us up in the chat. And yeah, it's starting to stream some Mario Kart, so shout out to Melpool. Definitely appreciate you. And dude, we're popping off today. There's I don't know how many entrants there are. I'm gonna actually get a quick look at that because I notice I'm seeing like another stream pop up all the time, which is usually the rarity, right? Like you don't always see that kind of stuff happen because sometimes we're looking for streamers, and then it's nice when we actually have them. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a really hype thing. I mean, we've got, now we actually have a, not gonna lie, it's been a pretty big bit of consistency these last couple of weeks in terms of the streamers adding more and more different ones, as well as just having some consistent ones as well, which I was actually worried about when I started to commentate these things instead. I was worried for a second. I was gonna be like, oh, you know, I hope we still have some more streamers, have some pretty good sizable amounts, but we have literally more since when I stopped.
I'm more worried about if I'm going to be
really hype.
I'm more worried about if I'm going to be able to keep up with the amount of people streaming. So that's on my end. I got to figure out in terms of the best ways to present these, or more so the best ways to optimally showcase everyone who's streaming, because it's good to get a lot of these players, and we're starting to see a lot of like higher level gameplay on the back end, because I did mention we're seeing a lot of the people from the Kart Clash series, and that's all connected. Like they have their own crew or multiple crews within MK. I believe it's MK Central. I'm gonna look it up so I don't keep saying the wrong thing, but that's like your definitive. It is MK Central. That's like your definitive like Mario Kart stuff. That's like, hold on, I'm getting the website now, but, oh wait, no, that's not it. But yeah,
I would expect nothing less from a website called Mario Kart Central.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything you want to know. And that's like my main goal with these events is, so we got a good casual crowd and a good regular crowd that we get from a lot of the Smash events. You know, this channel originated with New Jersey Smash and then kind of branched to Tri-State, and then now we're doing Mario Kart and stuff, but it's like that same core group of people. So it's now turned in from that group of like tryhards into like a whole new realm of tryhards who have been trying hard at this game for a while, and I'm just really happy to have tapped into that finally.
And it all just started from like a bunch of people who just wanted to beat Glenn in Mario Kart.
That's literally how it started. It's literally Mario Kart Central is the name of the website, by the way. And I'll screen cap that a little later when we're getting towards the end for anyone who actually doesn't know about it. I know like some of the players who've been grinding obviously know about it because it's the same as knowing like Smash boards back in the day, I'm guessing, is sort of what it seems like to me. It's a little bit forum-y in format. But in either case, yeah, we got a lot of people that sort of come from that realm entering these tournaments, and that's so good. That's so good because it's just going to make everyone who races in these better. So that's Pandabaz coming in first. And I do recall seeing Pandabaz having some good finishes last week. I'm not sure where he comes from. That's the tough part about the tags in game, is it's sort of hard sometimes to keep track of them.
Yeah, hard to keep track, and for me personally, I'm having a harder time doing that because Discord is deciding it's a low quality day, and I can't really. I'm having a pretty hard time seeing through some of these right now.
Do you want me to drop out and come back in and see if that clears it?
I was thinking that I could hang up the call and then come back in and.
All right, you try that, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll do it and I'll reset screen share and all that.
Word.
And
this looks pretty clear.
Yes.
Looks pretty clear. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully it has nothing to do with bandwidth and the amount of streamers that you were streaming at once. But then again, it was a little fuzzy beforehand. But I'm hyped to see that worked out. Now, oh, no. That's a lot better. No, that's crisp.
All right. It's sometimes you just get a little you get a little caught up on the connection. Not you personally, but Discord sometimes just is like that. I know that a lot with the Smash casts. But
I am a frequent caster of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Witch.
This is true.
And that happens from time to time, so trust me, I know what it's like. But now this is coming in crystal clear now. I can see Toad Harbor shining, the beautiful sun glimmering across the water.
Honestly, dude, if we're gonna keep getting streams where everyone's streaming, I actually think there might be better ways to do it. Because like you're seeing right now, Kugi, Dilly, and Moral all in the same race. You know, you have Mel. Hold on. Yeah, you have Melpool on the bottom left, but still, like, so you have, like, one big race, and I wonder if, like, maybe following one lobby around, even though they rotate, might be the wave, but, you know, I'm still figuring out the best ways to do this. There's apparently someone who has, like, a software that manages a lot of, like, screen share stuff, like, similar to what I'm doing, but not manually, so I'm going to be basically working on figuring out the best way to do this, but in the meantime, I actually think this works.
All right, yeah, this is a good one for the meantime. But following one lobby, that would be an interesting change of pace, to say at the very least. It could work either way, if I see. But we'll guess we can cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, as Kugi with the Waluigi just going clean, going in through right now. Only in 8th place right now, a little low for his standards. Quality dropped a little bit for me again, but Discord's just going to be Discord. I mean, I can still tell the general gist of what's going on, and that's what matters here. As Dilly sits not so comfortably in 10th place all the way back, only getting a golden mushroom. First troubles, man. I mean, that's golden mushroom as good as it is, you know, like you're always just a little bit bummed. If like, cause then that happens and you get hit by the 2 people behind you who got bullet bills instead. Look at Moral Atheist. He was in 9th, I think, and he just got a bullet bill and actually zoomed past Dilly when he just got a golden mushroom. I mean, it's so funny how like they give you those kinds of items when you're all the way in the back. But then a golden mushroom, you're like so disappointed to get it because you just like you wanted it to be a bullet bill instead, because then the people behind you or around you, they're gonna get bullet bills and they're good to go. Look at Dilly, he just got a damn triple shroom in 12th. Yeah, I'd be so tight.
Yeah, meanwhile, silently, Cold Brew is sitting in 1st, by the way. I know it's a little tricky to see his stuff just because he's playing split screen, but that's technically what Nintendo intended. I wonder if it's like his little brother or something. If so, that's actually kind of hype. By the way, yeah, Kugi's going Waluigi. I'm just noticing this now, and no surprise, the meta is very much just Waluigi on Wiggler. As I've told you, I've been watching or keeping track of some of the more higher end Mario Kart streams, and I saw literally a full, like, you know, 12-person lobby. Just everyone is Waluigi on Wiggler, and the adjustment looks to be a little bit rough for Kugi. Meanwhile, Vertex, I'm guessing, is another pro because I've seen him finish at the top, run 5K, probably up there. There's Panda Buzz at 3rd, and Cold Brew coming in 4th for the boys. That's good. Let me see what else we got going on. As I mentioned, there's a lot of races going on at once, and it does look like everybody's in lobby, so we're not really missing anything at the moment. But if you, again, are unfamiliar with these or just getting to know them, these are actually open to everyone. So if you're just watching and you want to see yourself pop up on stream, that's very possible. Just literally enter in that tournament code and you'll be thrown in the races with all these guys. And you'll be able to race. You have 24 races, and you have now an hour and a half to do it. If you start on time, you have 2 hours to do it. But, yeah, now it's probably kind of last call if you're really trying to enter.
That's not a sentence. What you said before.
Which thing?
That I would ever thought I would hear in my life. Oh yeah, the meta is just Waluigi on Wiggler.
It is. That's the whole thing. Everybody loves Waluigi on Wiggler.
Just a funny sentence, man. Just put it on a Wiggler.
He's fast.
Oh man. Oh, speaking of, I learned through another one of those inconsequential Mario fact accounts that I think I follow on Twitter.com.
Oh yeah.
I learned some more stuff about Mario Kart. I would known. Apparently, Kamek was originally going to be in this game.
Really?
Apparently, he was originally going to be playable.
That would have been a good.
They actually cut him.
I mean,
for whatever reason or another.
Well, there's some of like the hiltered Mario Kart baddies that end up in this game. So he would have fit right in, and especially in a
Mhm.
game where like Waluigi is top tier, and even like Roy and some of the other Koopalings. But oh, I don't know what just happened to Dilly. Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, you could see him. Yeah, his controller menu popped up. That was weird. But anyways, yeah. So that would have been cool to see. We talked about Nintendo, the possibility, our possibility of Nintendo Racers ever being a thing where they like put in more mainstream characters that aren't Mario.
Mhm.
But assuming that doesn't happen, because it probably won't, in the next game, if they're trying to add more characters, that'd be cool if you made the cut.
Well, how could they make Mario Kart any different at this point? I mean, I feel like as much as I love Mario Kart 8, the thing with like, zero gravity sort of being the main thing that they changed is that it really didn't change too much. All it did, I feel like, was make work harder for the developers who had to like design maps around it. You know what I mean? Because like from our perspective, when you're just racing, it doesn't look like the world is upside down at times unless you can like see the background or anything. It still looks normal from the perspective. Like the perspective itself doesn't mess with the player. It just is the world of the game, So I feel like that wasn't really a groundbreaking change they made in this game compared to the other ones. Like, because most of the other Mario Karts, totally different. I mean, you got like Double Dash, which I think was, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Double Dash as a Mario Kart game, I mean, I love it, but just compared to a lot of the other ones, I'm not the biggest fan. As much as I say that about Double Dash, that game was very, very unique when it came to Mario Kart. I mean, like having two racers on a kart, being able to have two like players on the same kart. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think it is among the most unique Mario Kart games, to say the least. And then we had types of tricks that you could literally only do in that game by riding up walls and stuff like that. And this game, it's got the zero gravity stuff, which is super cool. It added its own mechanics, but I feel like it just didn't innovate that much. Not that Mario Kart has ever been hugely about innovation, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I do know what you're trying to say. And I don't know. Mario Kart's been pretty innovative, over the years. And that's Vertex coming in another first place. And wow, 126 total points, way ahead of everybody else from what I can see. Dude, I'm just thinking about Kamek being in the game. Like, Glakatu's in here, and all these, strange characters you just wouldn't really think to see very much of. But let's see.
Yeah, and it's so interesting too because Kamek was actually originally going to be in Mario Kart 64 as well. He was going to be where DK was, and there are actually literally screenshots of it.
Where DK
like to prove
was?
It,
like no DK?
Yeah, DK was
heck?
not going to be in Mario Kart 64. It was going to be Kamek originally, and then last minute they replaced him with DK.
That's crazy. Who would have thought, man? Imagine DK not being in this game. He's been a staple forever. Are you talking like back to the original? Like?
Oh no! I'm talking about Mario Kart 64.
Oh, 64. But that would be so weird if they took out DK when you think about it, because he was in literally. Oh, I guess just one other Mario Kart before, and it was like a
he wasn't even in that one. Well, he wasn't even in that one. In Super Mario Kart,
well,
that was actually Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know he's wearing the shirt. He's got like the tank on. That's so weird.
Yeah, it was Donkey Kong Jr. in that game.
I didn't realize
it was going to be Kamek. When then they replaced him with DK, and they knew that Kamek was actually going to be in this game apparently, because if you go into Mario Kart 8's files, you know how like every character has like an emblem that's on their cart and everything. Like, Mario's got like the M on his cart. Rosalina's got like the the Grand Star and stuff.
Yes.
Kamek apparently had his own emblem that was kind of like his face. It had like the glasses and the hat, and the wand and everything, and you can find it because it's still in the game's files, but just not him. Apparently they just never put himself in the game. I don't know why Kamek specifically keeps getting shafted when it comes to being in Mario Kart.
A
but it's the
character, like you know what I mean? Like, you think of Mario and you're thinking of all these characters you've heard of, and you're gonna come up with a game like, for example, Donkey Kong. Like, you're gonna associate him with Mario way before you're gonna associate Kamek, because you probably didn't even know his name before. Like, for the average person, you just think of just wizard guy with magic.
Yeah, Kamek's kind of like the nerd Mario character, if you would, because like he's like important to like the lore, of course, because like you ever played Yoshi's Island,
yeah,
which
he's
is
responsible for
one of the best games on the SNES. Yeah, but then like you ask like the average, layman who Kamek would be as like a Mario character, and I really feel like most people you'll find at a Target, and I used to like be a brand ambassador with Nintendo, and I got sent to Targets to like promote the games and whatnot. I doubt asking any dad who was dragging their child around the store who grew up playing Mario games would exactly remember who Kamek was, unless they're a nerd. and not all of them are going to be nerds. And I'm not saying that as a derogatory thing. Power to nerds, dude. I mean, there's some statistic where, you know, they list like every single thing that Michael Jordan has ever done, and that despite all of those sponsorship deals and like the years and champions and everything, he still wouldn't have as much money as Bill Gates or something like that. I remember that statistic. Like that. So it's like, oh, game over, bros, nerds win or whatever. But yeah, no, I'm really surprised that they never put Kamek in a single game once. I mean, they put Lakitu in this, which I thought was really interesting because Lakitu has literally never been playable in any other Mario game. Even the sports spin-offs and everything. You play like Mario Super Sluggers and they put pretty much every damn Mario character in the lore in the universe in that game. And even in that game, you still can't play as Lakitu. And then in Mario Kart 7, they just decided to throw him in. But no, not Kamek. He can just die in a hole, I guess.
Yeah, you know, important to the lore, but also not so funny. I don't even think, was he in like the thing? I always think about other games like the Mario Baseballs of the world and just different, like, you know, Mario Golf. I don't think he was really in any of those either, was he? Was he in Mario Baseball?
Never in Mario Golf. Not in Mario Hoops. I don't believe. You could play as like Magic Koopa in the Mario Baseball games. I think it was called Magic Koopa and not Kamek, but I mean, it looked exactly like him.
That's what I'm thinking of.
So pretty much the same thing, I suppose. I don't think there's another one. Not in Mario Strikers, which please, for the love of God, Nintendo, please put a Mario Strikers on the Switch. I would be the happiest person in the world.
That would be a really good game for them to add into basically in their current rotation of games.
I would be top 10 in that game so fast. I would like actually take it so seriously.
Yeah.
I would be a nerd.
Yeah,
that
would definitely be a good one. But yeah, anyways, we got that's geez, Melpool. Anytime I meet a new tag, sometimes I struggle sometimes to remember it. So yeah, Melpool on the top left, Cuneo on the bottom left. Cuneo and Moral just doing the thing on Sunshine Airport. And I don't know who is in Melpool's lobby, but he did get second in that last race he was in, so he definitely knows what he's doing. And if hold on, not ready yet. Okay, yeah. So we'll see what he's doing now. I mean, he is chilling in first in what I'm assuming might be a full-ish lobby, but could be wrong.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell from here, but I mean, he is sitting pretty at first place right now, and it's looking like he's got a lot of racers actually right behind him. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume he's got quite a few people in that lobby behind him to give him a bit of a challenge as he falls to second here at the at the final lap of that race. Meanwhile, on the right over here, I believe we got Cuneo sitting pretty at first. Actually, looking to be. Actually, it's a little fuzzy on my end, but he looks like he's pretty far.
He is right behind him is Zodiac, I just saw, and someone playing Toad. Unless that's Zodiac, because Zodiac might be playing Toad. Although yeah, that's confusing. Zodiac typically plays Breath of the Wild Link too, if I'm not mistaken. So he does have Zodiac and someone else right on his tail. That might be Skinarsic, I think. Yeah, there goes Zodiac, and there's Skinarsic. Yep. So that's a shame right at the end, and that's for Lukaska coming in with the fireballs. Just going to swipe third from him real quick. Meanwhile, on the other side, Melpool does secure that third place. Panda Boz looks like he's been having a good day. And I missed who's at the top. Someone else who's been finishing pretty well.
Ooh, Skinarsic, huh?
Yeah, yes.
Sounds like some sort of like really like bad skin disease.
Oh God.
I don't like, dude. I mean, you ever go hiking and then you don't put your what do? You forget to like pull your socks all the way up or something and wear a hat, and then you find like some tick on you later on, and then like a week later you find out you get diagnosed with like Skinarsic.
Yeah, it does. It sounds a little bit like that. I just know I've seen him on Twitter before, and I was like, oh, cool, nice. I like when I see the people that are in the tournaments on Twitter. But all right, so
me too.
Nice race of a lot of our regulars. I see EO, Moral, Dilly's also in this race, so I'm gonna check back in with him in a second. And meanwhile, okay, I think everybody's in this race because Cuneo, yeah, there was a lot of people watching that lobby now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, Kugi, almost everybody.
Ooh, almost. A crowded race on Shy Guy Falls. That's going to be pretty interesting because this is a course that can This is a course that can make or break a man if you're not careful on it. It's relatively simple to race on, but it's got some gimmicks, to say the least. Like this part on the top right, you can see Cunio about to go on here, you know, like see, I actually, you know what? I concede some of the stuff I said before because that's pretty unique right there in terms of actually taking advantage of the zero gravity. The fact that they're racing literally up a waterfall.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll concede. I take back what I said before.
It's like, bro, it's a waterfall.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
you-
so
do
yeah,
you-
I know
do
what a
you
waterfall
realize?
is, bro. You ever fucking seen one? I've never been to Canada, okay? Whoa, good to Cunio. I didn't even know that was there. There was like a whole different like ramp.
I missed what he did.
On Shy Guy Falls.
I'll keep an eye out for the next lap around because if he did it once, I'm gonna guess that maybe he's gonna go for it twice.
He did it without a mushroom, so probably.
Interesting.
That was, I literally, I've been playing this game since 2014. I had no idea that was there.
Yeah, well, my man is
I'm a little upset
moving
about
right
that.
now. He is going quite fast and quite uncontested. So we'll tune in on him for a second. He's actually really far ahead. I'm guessing that is Zodiac behind him. If I'm seeing another Link, because that's usually who uses him. And I know Eo's in this race. He's probably the Bowser. And that Waluigi, I think that's Kugi because that's who he's using, and he isn't fit.
Yeah, no, that's Kugi.
All right.
Waluigi on Wiggler.
Well, all I'm gonna say
Some hot
is-
Waluigi on Wiggler action
Yeah, that's
down
what
there
you
at the
get.
bottom left.
That's what you get with your Mario Kart. But yeah,
Mhm.
right now Cunio looking very clean and still just very far ahead. Well, not very far ahead actually. I take that back. It does look like there's people close-ish, but he still has. Ooh, yeah, wasn't able to escape that red shell. Didn't have anything to defend, and that Zodiac was looking to hit him with something else, but I think the hit stun was still too much to really do anything. And now we got a little Link versus Link for 1 and 2, provided no
Yeah.
one comes by and just runs him right over. I think I see. Is that for Lukaska? Probably. Oh, that's Yo! Oh my God! Oh no!
Oh my
That
god,
was so
that was so close.
Meanwhile, Dilly, not with a bad finish himself, was in 4th. Was right behind all that mess. And yeah, that Zodiac coming in clutch at the end, passing Cunio. Eo at 3rd, Dilly at 4th. So that's what's going on there. Let me see what's going on. Where else in the world? Okay, nothing's going on.
Eo
Everybody's in
was
lobby.
like he was like pixels away from running over Cunio right there before he sprouted up from being mini. That was so close. He got away with murder there. Cunio did. That was real quick. And just in case you forgot, this is the Glentendo circuit. It is a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online weekly every Sunday from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You can join at any time between those. There's with the tournament code right there at the bottom for you that you can enter in at any time. Streamed by the wonderful people here at Master Hand Gaming for all your beautiful Mario Kart needs. Got the rules there at the left. Free tournament to enter. If you guys have any interest, please do not hesitate to hit us up. Come on down, learn about the tournaments, and here you got all the information you need for it right here, Glentendo Circuit, every single week. And if that's not enough for you, we got the Teamdo Circuits on Tuesdays as well. We'll disclose a little bit more information about that a little bit later on in the stream. But for now, I'm going to keep bringing you the action here from this week's Glentendo Circuit here with a new face in what was it?
Melpool.
Mel
Ponds.
yeah.
Pond. No, it's Melpool. He's using
Okay.
that purple Inkling alt, which looks very good. We don't really see a lot of Inklings for whatever reason. I don't know. A lot of people gravitate towards. Well, I do know why. I think a lot of people just gravitate towards the meta characters. But I do see Victini right out ahead. And Victini is another one of our pro Mario Kart players coming in and usually placing pretty well in these. I'm fairly certain has won one of the circuits here, if not a couple of circuits here. And yo, shout out to ML. Thanks, dude, for the sub. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I know Adam is. I'm trying to remember where he's located. He might be a West Coast guy. That's what I learned the other day. I'm learning all kinds of stuff about new Mario Kart players. Or
new blood,
actually
the old
existing Mario Kart players. Yeah, there's a lot of people who've been playing this game for a long time. Like
the new blood, the old blood, we're all blood at the end of the day.
Yes. So
Yes.
yes.
All right, yeah, but yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you've been learning about a lot of these players, and you have been learned a lot about them through you as well. I know about Knight, you know, who runs Mario Kart Central, like you were saying before. A lot of these other established guys out here, you know, just coming in and starting to bop us, man. Like I mean, I've been racing in the Glentendo circuit since before the Glentendo circuit was the Glentendo circuit. And by that, I mean, you know, back when we just set up the Glentendo circuit Discord, right?
Oh,
and
I know what you mean.
people were just, you know, racing in like versus lobbies together. This is before we actually officially started a weekly for it. That there was been raised. It was about 2 weeks before I think we made the tournaments. There we made the Discord. And that's how long I've been racing these since. And now that we have these tournaments, we got actual pro players coming in, mopping us up. As Mel over here is going to finish with a clean second place on Mario Circuit, the Mario Kart 8 specific edition of Mario Circuit right there. Also featured in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yes, sir. And then that was right behind Takamarth. That was the first we've seen Takamarth today, at the very least in like a notable scoring position. Is going to take the first place. Speaking of Glenn's Discord server, he is, I think, pretty active in there. I've seen him chatting a little bit, so not actually from Japan, by the way. Don't be fooled by the flag like I was. But just because he wasn't from Japan doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of people still that come from like international grounds, because we do get some French players. I've seen some people from Italy, some people from Mexico, none of which are in this race right now. That's another win for Zodiac. That's 2 in a row. And is that Dyla playing Waluigi?
No way!
Yes, sir. And then it's right behind Dilly. So we're getting the boys.
Dila. I was messaging Dila today, actually, because I'm making a video about Paper Mario Origami King. And I was wondering if I could borrow some of his footage for his Pit of 100 Trials 1,000-year door runs, which he's done. He's done some of those challenges, you know, like for that game,
dude.
like pre-prologue or pre-chapter 1 Pit of 100 Trials, when you have like nothing to go for and do it.
I think we've been had. I actually think I just got High-End Ninja in the chat, basically informing us that Dyla is Kugi. I've been paying close enough attention to catch that today, and I'm not surprised because you take the Shy Guy earlier, and Dyla's like the ultimate alias to take if you want anonymity, because I think that's what Haven uses for his Smash tags sometimes, is Dyla. And then when it's Dyla, you don't believe that it's actually Dyla.
Dude, we've been Speckledorfed.
We have been. I feel like a fool.
Oh man, I feel like a fool too. And to answer your question, ML, this is Waluigi Stadium from Mario Kart Double Dash. That was the music that was just playing.
Yeah, I think I wasn't sure if you meant the sad one before that. There was like basically the losing theme from Mario Kart Wii. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Also, I'm not sure who Deli is. I wonder if that's like Deli, like Smash Deli, or if that's just like a deli.
I have no. I think it's an actual deli that, from lack of customers because of the COVID crisis,
bro, we're just
came to life.
Yeah, like, let's just enter the Glentendo circuit. Like, we're just gonna lay low for a little while.
It's just an actual deli.
Like, let's just.
I think that's who that is. There used to be this great one around the corner from my house, man. Oh, I love a good deli, man. Like a good sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. And I'm eating OD healthy now, dude. It's actually great. You know what I'm eating? I mean, I already ate like mad eggs in the morning. I already do that, but you know what I do? I make omelets and I put peppers in them and spinach.
That's the smart thing to do, yes.
What else? Onions. It's OD protein. It's a lot, and it's mad good too. And then I sprinkled mozzarella cheese a little bit. It's like, it's the bee's knees, I gotta say. Like, dude, it's like I'm being opened up recently to the wonderful world of food because I've literally wanted to tone myself up and eat healthier.
Well, that's the best part of it.
They always say like, oh, good food. If a food tastes good, it's bad for you. No, that doesn't have to be true at all. I think there's, dude, I was scared of spinach when I was a kid, but I put it on my eggs. Like it was delicious.
Yeah, that's the best.
Like,
that's a really good part about like eating healthy and basically just trying to get yourself in shape. Sometimes you do stumble across on really good food.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be bad because people are just like, I miss pizza so much, and it's like, yeah, I got that.
There's a lot of really good food out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to gain weight because I'm underweight, but that's neither here nor there. Right? Speaking of underweight, we got Waluigi up at the top right. on his Wiggler with Kugi, sitting at second place. I believe the third lap. I can't tell who's in front of him right now because this is more pixelated than an 8-bit game right now. But it's looking like he's gonna finish out at.
It was a Bowser. That
third.
might be EO. That's EO.
I was gonna say it looked like a Bowser, but I didn't want to confirm anything because it looked pretty fuzzy on my end.
I can't think of any of the big names that we've kind of been. It was EO. Okay, cool. Coming ahead of Run 5K too. Run 5K's been a consistent second place. As far as wow, and that's a bad finish from Zodiac and from Dilly. That's gonna hurt. Zodiac had a couple wins, just in the past couple races, and then taking a seventh, and that's always a thing that hurts in when you're in these circuits, because obviously it's a total point thing. So whether you be, it depends. Like, you don't really see a lot of people breaking 300 points, but there are people that break it. But like, if you're taking 7th places, you probably aren't going to break the 300-point threshold. Like, you might be competitive against a lot of the other people in here, but like, overall the point total might not be great.
Yeah, there would be days where like I would just keep on going on and trucking on, getting a lot of first places, but then that occasional 7th, I mean, if you're really trying to break 300, will just bone you at the end of the day. If you're really trying to do that, you'll still get a pretty high placing, but to be able to be in the But to be able to get in there and then break that, I broke 300 club, which is a pretty exclusive club, I believe, for the Glentendo circuit. I don't believe there's too many players I can say who have really done it.
No. Royal did it last week in the team race, but Royal is, so from what I understand, Royal is like even at the top of the top for the most part. I'm not sure how he discovered the Glentendo stuff. Like, I know Glenn's reached out to some players, but he's like an actual, like, he's like a pro's pro as far as Mario Kart goes. Take it for what it's worth, but I mean, we got to see him do some crazy stuff the other day, which turns out was standard stuff. Like, he did that Bullet Bill thing on like Yoshi's, what's the Yoshi's Island stage? I don't think it's just
Yoshi Circuit.
Or is that the one that's shaped like Yoshi?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, so he's definitely got some tricks. That was a VOD from last week. I recommend, if you want to see like what high-end Mario Kart like looks like, and you're not entirely sure what it looks like, that he's a player that will show you. But Kugi must have been pretty far ahead. I just watched him slow down for a blue shell, get hit, and still only barely get past.
And speaking of get past, I just saw Kunio slip past that red Yoshi that was in front of him, but it's looking like he's going to slip right past him again, falling back down to second. Already has the max amount of rupees that he has there on Hyrule Circuit, so he's already got his max speed going up as much as he possibly can, but so does the guy in front of him. He's just going to need, and that looking like that is Adam in front of him, it says?
Yeah, I think.
It's looking like he's going to need some good items, but he gets one in the red shell.
Yeah, that's definitely what he needs. The red shell is probably the most versatile item in the game, to be entirely honest.
This is going to be huge here. He's going to throw the bomb behind him, get the double. Is there any chance? Oh, no! The Boo actually steals his first red shell, and he's not going to be able to throw it in time. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. I mean, he got 2 of them, but the fact is it didn't matter, because of the lag of the Boo. He wasn't exactly able to whip out his other item that quickly and in time. I mean, he just really needed that first red shell, but unfortunately, Adam, with his patented red Yoshi, is going to just slip on right by him and is going to able to steal that race from him on his home turf, Chris.
Yeah, you definitely hate to see it. You don't like to lose on the home turf, but sometimes it happens, dude. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you just get a little outraced, or maybe the RNG just isn't on your side, but it does happen. I'm going to try and
They really say it don't be like that, but it is.
But it really do. So, wow, EO
really
taking another race? What the heck? Dilly taking second, and Dyla, aka Kuki, I think that was a third. So things starting to heat up a little bit, man. I feel like the races don't always go this, like, you're seeing consistency, but not from the people you usually see consistency from, necessarily.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. It just makes you think of it. Makes you think about the actual standings and meta of the Glentendo circuit right now. Who's slipping by, and more importantly, who's getting better. That's a big one.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure, like, if I just came back to these circuits, I'd be like, yeah, I'm the tunist. I'm mad nice at Mario Kart. Yeah, whatever. And then I probably wouldn't get top 8. And then the people in front of me are not like all the people who normally would get top 8. Instead, we got, like, some of these more consistent threats in EO coming out here. Because EO tonight,
yeah, dude, that's
kind of bopping.
2 in a row. He's definitely bopping. Dilly's having a really good day, too, from what I'm seeing.
That's Mr. M in front of Kunio here. He usually plays the turquoise Yoshi.
Yeah,
I'll be able to tell in a minute.
The only Yoshi that we've seen otherwise is I I don't think that
Adam.
was. Was that Adam? I think it was Adam. Yeah, Adam's been using the Yoshi, and he's also been finishing
Oh.
well. He would be in that first seed for sure.
Oh, Adam was the red Yoshi, but I guess he switched. I'm so not used to that anymore. Smash has just corrupted me from not being able to switch my characters when I'm playing with people.
Trust me, I understand.
Online.
Such a weird restriction to have, but
I
alas,
know.
we have it.
But whatever, you know. And Smash is also Smash. Instead, we got Mario Kart here, which is basically the Mario Kart of Smash.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
That
when
makes
when
any
you're right,
sense.
you're right. And
Basically, yeah. I mean, you know, because you know the different characters that are in this game. I'm pretty sure there is no other. Oh wait, I'm so stupid. I was literally just about to say that there's no other Mario Kart that has a guest character, and Rob is in Mario Kart DS. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, wow, that's weird. By the way,
And also Mario Kart Grand Prix, which has Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and Blinky and stuff.
yeah, I want to make sure to, of course, give our streamers the appropriate shout out that they deserve for basically helping us put these things on all day. So as Dilly Diamond goes and gets himself some mac and cheese, go ahead and follow his stream, check him out, doing his thing, man. And thank you for telling us you're getting the mac and cheese. I hope it's delicious. I hope it's really delicious.
Thank you for telling us that you were getting specifically Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Dude, Kraft macaroni,
That
I
we
can
had to
understand
know.
why. It's probably like that navy blue box, like the deluxe one. That's really good mac and cheese, but
Yeah.
I do have Kugi on in spectator mode for Vertex because we've been watching Vertex basically finish in first all the time, at least all the time being all of today. So we get to see a little bit of what he's got going on, and you could already see him getting his swerve
Yeah.
on for sure.
It was a really hot drift, actually. The way
Yeah.
he did that. That was an inverted drift that he actually did in the opposite direction of where he was supposed to go. But he knew that he would be able to land it for the boost, just so he could get another turn. And now look at him; he's still bopping
Dude,
mad hard
he's
down to the bottom
cooking.
left.
I wish I could see his. Okay, well, you could see if you look at Cunio's map on the top right how far ahead he is. It looks pretty much every move he's making, he's getting that speed burst from. Kugi's paying very
jeez.
close attention. You see just his eyes, as he's probably very close to his screen. And you're like, wow, what sorcery is
Thank
this?
you for pointing that out. Oh my
goodness.
god, he's like gamer leaning so hard. He is this whole time he was just watching.
Yeah, so that's Vertex
Learning.
with another win. No surprise, that's what we've been seeing all day out of him.
Reminds me of Villager, because Villager was just in the background of Smashville all throughout Brawl.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of there the whole time, just watching and learning and studying the fighters, getting ready for Smash 4 when that came around.
You know,
But yeah, dude, I saw that at the top right in Cunio's stream, man. Vertex was like playing frickin' time trials, dude.
yeah, he's
So far ahead.
very good. Maybe we'll catch one of his streams one of these days. We'll see. Sometimes we get some pretty good streams. Obviously we had Royal last week. That was kind of a treat in terms of high-end gameplay. We've had C Rivers. I don't know if you remember him. He's entered a couple. He's also very good. Ayano was in one of these, also very, very good. I believe also played Roy, one of those top-tier characters in this game.
Yeah, that is true. Roy, but you know, pretty much among the better characters in this game. You know, those heavy Koopa kids are among the best, and I don't know if it really matters between them and the other heavies. I feel like we've talked about this a million times, but like I said, all I ever see when I watch those time trial speedrunners, all I ever see when I watch those time trial speedrunners and everything, my friend, is that they always use either Morton or Roy, like every time. And speaking of pro Mario Kart players, we got Baby Park over here at the left from Melpool's stream.
Toad's Turnpike on your right-hand side, and I do believe that
Ooh.
he's going to have a lot of people in it.
Which is worse?
That's a great question. I'll check in with that in a minute. To be honest with you, I'd almost rather be on Baby Park so I can get mad at some of the RNG versus just the whole map making me mad in Toad's Turnpike. But I'm also kind of bad, so that's why I'm getting mad so much. But
Dude, it might. Don't worry about it, dude. It might honestly not be you if you're racing on Toad's Turnpike. I mean, I was a pretty consistent top 8 player when I was racing in the circuits, and no, I hate Toad's Turnpike. I always place terribly on it. It just
kind of sucks.
Yeah. You know, there's a reason people don't have drag races on highways. I mean, they do now because the highways are pretty empty for the time being. But before, there was a reason they didn't do it like this on like these tight turnpikes. You know, you're just gonna run into the other cars. And
yeah, why would they design it?
Mario Kart is a pretty PG version of what would actually happen
would they
if you
design a
you
highway
mushroomed
like
yourself
this?
into the back of an 18-wheeler. It's actually not what would actually happen. And why would they what?
Like make a
why
turnpike
would they do it?
that just goes in an H shape. Like it doesn't. Where does it bring you? It doesn't do anything. All those bends and stuff. Like what a terribly thought out level. This should be one of those levels that just goes from start to finish. But I know it's old.
Really good point, because you think they would at least like have there be like some exits that like the player can't access, but are just there,
You're
so you know it's an
permanently
actual
on
highway.
this turnpike, and you can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. And it doesn't even bring you anywhere is the worst part. It's designed to be a race. Meanwhile, there's still a lot of people driving on it. I'm just confused.
It's purgatory! I just realized what it was. It's purgatory.
Jeez, what a...
You ever think about that? What
creation.
purgatory would actually be like?
Yeah,
it's an endless freaking turnpike where you're just stuck in traffic forever.
Also, finally seeing Glenn pop up. I haven't seen Glenn all day, but he's in Melpool's and Moral Atheist's race on the top left, and Cold Brew. That's funny. So you got 3 people in the same race, but it's a small queue. There are 3 of our, not 3 people, just 3 of our streamers in the same race is what I'm trying to get at. And Toad's Turnpike, this is kind of looking messy, dude. Hoogie is the highest place that we're getting to watch. He's sitting in 3rd. Ahead of him looks to be a Vertex, or whatever the name was. What was it? Was it Vertex? It was Vertex.
Yeah.
First place in 220. I'm going to go ahead and say he's probably going to hit that 300 mark today. I don't think I've seen him really dip anywhere. I don't think I've seen him in a place that's been less than first, personally. So be expecting
the numbers
to see
the numbers are gonna represent that accurately once we see those later.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And I'll probably get a check-in on those scores pretty soon, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good flow of finding the matches, or I'm sorry, the.
I'd say hold on it. I'd say hold on it for now if you're in
so
your flow and you're feeling comfortable with where you're at right now. I mean, either way, we're gonna be able to check those. We're gonna be able to check the status of that later once we advance further on. And now we even got some racers who have the current points right on here for themselves, and we're going to be able to see them at the end of their races anyway, so I wouldn't stress it too much. As Melpool bringing up some sort of YouTube video on his stream.
Let's go YouTube
right there
video.
Some sort of Twitch stream, I can't tell. There you go. I mean, you know, it just shows the dedication of this guy. If he's out here looking up Mario Kart strats on Twitch in the middle of the circuit, that's pretty godlike. Is he on twitch.tv/masterhandgaming?
Is he?
I think he might be on twitch.tv/masterhandgaming.
He's gonna see himself pop up any second now.
That's hype.
Yeah, it's good. Meanwhile, we're heading off to Mute City. I think some of the other guys heading off to Mount Wario.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, dude, this is Mount Wario is that's the coveted, the very fun, that I want to be racing on its stage. Everybody loves Mount Wario.
You know what it reminds me of?
Unless your name is Elu, for some reason he doesn't like Mount Wario, but we don't got to talk about that. I haven't seen Elu.
We don't got to talk about Elu. He doesn't exist.
He's dead.
We can talk. He's dead. What I was gonna say, you know what Mount Wario reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of that big statue of Jesus that they have at the top of Rio de Janeiro.
Sure.
Because it's like the precipice of greatness, or whatever it's supposed to represent. I don't know. I just think it's cool. You know, you play Modern Warfare 2. They got Rio de Janeiro there. It's just like, I can see Jeebus over at the top right there. And like here, you literally spawn on top of a mountain, which is like that, except it's a completely different climate and it is actually freezing and actually nothing like Rio de Janeiro at all. But it reminds me of it anyway as the pinnacle of Mario Kart 8 goodness. I would definitely put Mount Wario probably among my top 5 favorite Mario Kart tracks, or what I personally think are at least the top 5 objectively best ones.
Yeah,
to say the least. But
Melpool does have some company on Mount Wario, by the way. Moral Atheist, who we haven't really gotten to see a lot today. I just saw he was streaming a little bit late than the other guys, and then ended up in the smaller queue. I've been trying to prioritize the other queue because it's got 4 streamers in it, but this one now has 3, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll get a little bit of a look at this, and they are now on lap number 2, just getting started, so they got a bit of race left. Meanwhile, I think actually those other guys on Mute City are on lap 3, so maybe we'll let them finish, and then we'll check back in with Mount Wario. But
let it rock.
Yeah, let it rock. Although
that song never fails to get me pumped. Let it rock, Kevin Rudolph.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that song.
Approaching the finish line. Wow. Kugi having some rough luck. That's TCNJ Grande in front of him. Yo.
With the Bullet Bill.
Bullet Bill, carry me to greatness, bro. That's good. That's what
Bullet
works.
Bill. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally carries.
Vertex, look at that. Vertex in Run 5K loves that second place spot. We've seen him in there pretty much all evening so far. And now back to Mount Wario. They're sweating, man. The finish line's right there. It does look like Melpool is very close to finishing. I don't know who's ahead of him. Maybe Glenn. I think Glenn was in there, and I just see it's a Waluigi, so that's what I think. But
all right, we'll find out just momentarily.
Yeah,
it's Morlathius finishes down in 4th, and that is the Great Glentendies, I think.
That is Glentendo. So Glentendo coming in first. Meanwhile, Cold Brew and Co. 3rd and 5th. Broken up only by Moral Atheist. So those guys look like they're going to be staying together. Meanwhile, oh, good. It looks like all these guys are together, I think. Lovely.
Ooh. All right.
So we're going to
know these guys here. Got 1 vote for the Electrodrome. Another for Mario Kart Stadium over by Cunio's stream. Look like the odds are stacked in that Mario Kart Stadium favor, but we'll find out if we get the random, and we do, and we're actually going to Big Blue.
Oh, yeah, let's see who's in here. Yeah, these guys have had a nice little intimate race. Glenn, Cold Brew, Nick, Morlathius, Melpool, and Cunio. So funny, you got a smaller pool. I'm sorry, a smaller lobby, and 4 out of the 6 racers today are in there. So we're gonna check it out because it's 15th race. So we let's see, 9 more to go. So we're about in that. We're better than halfway through. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're better than halfway.
Better than halfway. Bro.
We are Maybelline.
By the way, we actually
not even maybe.
We actually get to watch 5 racers. I think, are we watching all 5 people? I think we're missing 1 person in this lobby, technically, because Cold Brew's
I'm not sure.
2 people. Well, there were 6 people in the lobby, and we got 5 on the screen. So the only one we can't see, I think, is Glenn. So
we got Cold Brew, and what I can only assume is Cold Brew's mom.
out
here racing with him.
I think you might be right. That might be Cold Brew's mom.
That'd be hype.
Or sister or something, but probably mom.
That would be hype. I mean, if I would have played Peach and Smash, I would play Daisy. So I like it. I'm liking the Daisy pick out here. I love Daisy, man. That's the girl right there.
Are you're more a Daisy person than Peach person?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've dated more tomboys in my life than I have more Peach type of women. So forgive me for leaning a little more. Forgive me for leaning a little more towards Daisy. I don't know. I feel like Daisy just brings out. I feel like Daisy would just bring out the best in you. You know what I'm saying? Like she's the kind of woman who would like drag you out on the dance floor, regardless if you're shy or not, and just not judge you. You know, have such a great time out there with you or anything. Whereas I feel like Peach, if you did one like thing slightly wrong on the date, you know, she's gonna be like, you're gonna be on Gawker. You know, like that's just the vibe. That's just the vibe I get from Peach, and Daisy just seems way more down to earth. So I personally am sick of all the Daisy slander. I've heard a lot of it. Whenever I say it on somebody's stream, they're just like, "David, you're so gross." I did it in Jack's stream yesterday, and they're like, "You're actually disgusting for saying that." That's what he called me. He said I was disgusting. I'm like, Jack, you're disgusting.
Yeah, Jack's disgusting. No, don't listen to Jack.
You're a child. I'm not listening to Jack. He's a meanie.
He is a meanie.
But no, Daisy's my girl. But unfortunately for her, it's actually 3rd place is what the Daisy got. Let's go, Cold Brew's mom.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cunio did take the race there, and I believe Vertex, did get his like 5th first place that we've seen consecutively, and behind him was Kugi, who really needed that placing. I don't know. I wonder how Kugi's overall points are doing. They might not be the best so far, just because some of the other racers have just really been on from the looks of it.
Have you ever been lost in the sauce?
Yeah. Yo, I see. Hold on. This is the other lobby.
Bike.
I see Blaze in the other lobby. Blaze is really good. That's Bryce's brother. Constantly finish.
Yes, thank you for reminding me again.
Yeah, they're both very good at this game. The Becker brothers are just good at Nintendo games in general. So meanwhile, though,
they really are.
Wow. So this lobby got definitely heated up. I see Vertex and Zodiac now with Cunio and Glenn. So this is gonna be a good race already. I can tell you that.
Let's go.
But as we're just getting started, this other race is just getting started as well. So we'll see. We'll kind of get a sense for which one looks like it might be a little bit more exciting. But actually, yeah, Cold Brew, Melpool, Nick, Cold Brew, aka Cold Brew's mom, all in the same place, all in Hyrule Castle. So I'll check in with that in a little bit. Yeah, let's see what's going on here first. It looks like Dilly is having a really good day, though. We've seen him off to a lot of these early leads. Second place right now, and that's got to be EO. Yeah, it is EO. I don't think I've seen anyone else use Bowser in this game. I don't know. Bowser, he's a big boy, too. Is he just not as, like, cool as the other ones? I don't know.
I don't know.
Stats.
This is why I brought it up, before. This is why I don't know why they always play Roy or Morton. I don't know if there's like a certain level of heavy that's like a super heavy or something that's a little farther beyond. I'm pretty sure from what I've been told by some of these pro Mario Kart players, I'm pretty sure that all the heavies are literally the same in that regard. I don't know if they have different, maybe, Chris, maybe it's not a top speed thing. Maybe some of them have different handling or something. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't, but I have no idea. But you got a good point. Like, when it comes to, like, these pro players, they usually play, like, the heavy Koopa Kids or Waluigi or Rosa or something. Bowser, Dry Bowser, DK, Wario, they're not as commonly seen.
Bro, I mean, Waluigi's literally like a bag of bones. I'm just trying to figure out why he's, on the heavy spectrum. And then you see Bowser, who's, like, the ultimate big boy, just not nowhere to be found, really. But,
is Waluigi going to be a heavy when they put him in Smash?
Dude, maybe. He might have that heavy weight class. It's very possible. He doesn't, apparently.
Is Waluigi going to be heavier than Ridley?
Ooh, wow, he might be. That seems actually
I didn't mean
realistic.
to cut you off when I said that, but
that seems possible.
Oh, God. I mean, they're both kind of bags of bones, but I mean, Ridley, a little bigger, just a tad. But anyway,
yeah,
this race heating up over here. Kunio, 4th place.
Yeah, Koogie's popping off right now. He is in 1st place. With Dilly not too far behind, and this is that race lobby that has Vertex in it as well. So, or hold on. Yeah, Vertex is in the... Oh, wait, no. Vertex is in the top race, and he probably already won it.
Okay.
But Koogie did win his regardless. I'm waiting to see who else is in there. Okay, yeah, coming out on top of Blaze, Dilly, Panda Boss. Those are good people to take out. Zodiac did beat Vertex, though, so that's Vertex finally not winning a race. Nukaska also in the mix, even placing ahead of Kunio. So, yeah, I don't know. Things are definitely competitive today, to say the least.
Things are heating up today, folks.
Yes.
Here at the Mario Kart Super I didn't do my vocal exercises before this.
That was pretty good.
It could have been better. It could have been better. I pride myself on. I pride myself on my announcing. I'm not trying to beat myself up.
No. I just want to appreciate Jetliner in the chat telling us that. Okay, so Bowser, Morton, the Heavy Me are heavy, and then Roy, Waluigi's DK are cruisers. So I'm assuming that's like a level below heavy. So that's probably where maybe get a little bit more speed or just a little bit more agility and stuff. So thank you, because I'm still learning a lot about this game by the day. So
yeah, same.
But all right, so quick score update. It is Vertex who is very much in the lead, and behind him is Adam, another one of our pros, and Zodiac right in there, and then Victini at 191, and you can just see the huge point disparity. And Moral Atheist, wow. 5th place, doing pretty good, man. Ahead of the likes of Melpool, Panda Boz, Kunio, Dyla, which is actually Koogie. So not a bad day. Let's go, Moral
Dude.
Atheist.
Oh my, that's why he was playing the Black Shy guy.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be anti-guy. That was
Dyla,
supposed to be anti-guy, like from Paper Mario, because Deal is such a big Paper Mario fan. Sure. God, that's genius.
Alrighty.
That's actually genius. Oh man, I really want Koogie to impersonate me one of these days and go Metal Mario, and then people would hear the stream and hear that I'm commentating, and they'd be like, "What?" That'd be funny. But here we are, Wildwoods, stage that I originally didn't like when they added it through the DLC of Mario Kart 8 back in the Wii U days. I wasn't the biggest fan of this. I thought this course was just a little bit uninspired, but I've grown to appreciate it a lot more as I've gotten older, as well as the different tricks it has. Different tricks and stuff that it has. I love the water slide on this course because if you're a good player, knows to drift on that course and that they can set up a purple nitro boost very easily while maintaining their max speed through the waterfall as well. It feels good, you know, to like have there be a spot on the track where you literally just go faster. It like the fact that the water slide is like right towards the end, it makes you feel like the race can really turn around if like you play your cards right and get your boost properly. I'm pretty sure the exact opposite is true, but at the very least that's how it feels.
But you feel like that.
Cool.
That's really the important part. So yeah, more information from Jetliner, and again, thank you so much. Cruisers get a little more mini turbo, which is very beneficial, and that's what we were watching. We were literally watching that. We were watching Vertex's Morton sort of just getting all those mini boosts, and it was extremely beneficial. A really good movement. So, all right, yeah, the more you know for sure. Let's see what else we got here.
A reading rainbow.
Yeah, dude, it's a big deal. I'm still proud of Moral Atheist, man, holding his own against all these heavy hitters we got in the Glentendo bracket tonight.
He's not even kind of bopping. He is bopping.
Yeah, he really do be bopping. So, all right, Kugi getting a much-needed second place. Meanwhile, Dilly going to be sitting unhappily at 8th. Mel right in front of him. Let's see. Yeah, Vertex won that race as well. And no surprises there. Vertex is just the type to be winning the races.
Definitely first to break 300 tonight for sure. Looks like Dilly's going to vote for Toad Harbor. What is Kugi going for here? Donut Plains, Donut Plains, Donut Plains. Donut Plains, Donut Plains, Donut Plains. Well, this is actually Cuneo, I think, here. Donut Plains, Donut Plains.
Yeah, he did it. All right.
I love Donut Plains. I love the Mario World aesthetics.
Yeah, Kugi actually voted for... what's
Did he vote yet? It doesn't look like it. Oh, well, no, he's the dealer at the bottom left.
Yes.
So, yeah, he voted for Toad Harbor, which a lot of these pro players actually really like. The Toad Harbor's got like a lot of like, it's got a lot of like quote unquote exploitable areas, you know, like the right towards the end where you're on like the incline that's supposed to look like San Francisco. There's like these bumps to the right and the left that you can just keep doing trick after trick after trick on, as well as if you got a good item, you can get around and use the shortcuts. A lot of people like Toad Harbor for that reason, and I love the music too. It's just got a really nice bop to it. It's very wholesome sounding. It's very hopeful sounding as well, which is a big reason why I like it. And it's going to look like that's where we're going to be going for that lobby. Meanwhile, over here, we got a brand new race at the Rave Electrodrome.
Yeah.
With Moral Atheist, who's rolling his eyes right now because he had a bad start, unfortunately. Blew a gasket in his baby bug.
Yeah, well, you can't be having that, man. Especially he's in a position where he's very much in contention for that top 8 position, which has been been a little bit elusive for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, it's way harder to get top 8 at Glentoso Circuit now than it was a month ago.
I'm not even sure if Glenn's gonna get it today. I think he started a little late because I didn't see him start till late, but he's currently in 17th with 127. Meanwhile, in first place is 262. So there's a very big difference there. I don't know. I'm assuming he probably started late, but Vertex probably started right on time and is looking very good to get past that 300 mark because I think probably has at least 3 more races based off of these guys. I think this is their 21st race. So still a little bit of ground to cover and still a lot of points to be had, but you got to get them first. You know, if you're in Vertex lobby, it's going to be hard to really think about getting first because he's always getting it.
Yeah, these guys are definitely caught in the Vertex right now, to say the least. It's Moral Atheist, you know, didn't have the best start, actually drove off the ledge in this area that he's actually in right now, but he doesn't do it again, even after getting hit by an item right there, right by the edge. Sitting at 6th place now as he was in 4th before, dropping a little bit, while Mel over here at the left, bopping a little bit, sitting pretty comfortably at 3rd place right now. You mentioned that Vertex is, oh geez, I broke this thing. You mentioned that Vertex is in this lobby that we're looking at right now.
He might be. I'm actually not entirely sure if he's in that one, but I think he is actually. All right. Well, we're gonna have to wait for confirmation.
That question for you guys right here. Like I said, it's still coming in a little bit. I I can get the gist, but because of Discord, it just is coming in a little bit fuzzy on my end, so I can't even tell if Vertex was in this lobby. Normally, I would be able to, but if he was, we will find out towards the end of this race, which should be soon, as we are sitting on the third lap on for both of these players right here. Mel Pool looking really, really poised. Is it Mel Pool or Captain Mel Pool?
Wait.
Nah, just Mel Pool.
Yeah,
right.
it definitely.
Second place. Oh, but he gets first. This is the last lap, though. Is he going to be able to clutch this out?
Melpool,
Vertex is in this lobby. This is going to be huge. Oh, no! He gets hit. Alley's in the ink. Couldn't even see what came for him while another red shell comes up behind him. First place.
Yeah.
Just gets teased for the boy and then immediately
Dude, that was a
behind him.
Villager. The Villager is what passed him. That hurts, dude. But at least no one else was a benefactor of that, because it could have been worse. You know what I mean? Like, there's Vertex, by the way.
Yeah, he could have got ran over like a million times, and then, you know.
Vertex 100% is going to pass 300 points, I would say. I haven't seen him get anything really less than first, so.
He was at like 260 on his 19th race. He would have had to get like last in like every single race in order to
he's big chilling
not get it. Yeah, he's big chilling right now, chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
I believe the max is 360. Back when these races were 32 races, it was possible to break 400. I remember that.
I also recall. All right, so I think we were finally split up into 3 lobbies. This is the first time it's happened. Looks like Moral's on the smaller end of things as far as lobbies go. Only has 2 other people in there with them. So as I always say, we take those.
Got Melpool and Panda Paws.
Yeah, Panda Paws. Those are actually 2 really good players. So being able to fend yourself off of them is going to be something. Meanwhile, not going to be so easy for Dilly, who's going to have to be... Yeah, wow, that's a packed one. I see Glenn, I see Cuneo, I see Victini. That's going to be rough. But meanwhile, Cold Brew, been a little bit of a minute since we checked in with him. I see Skinarsic right ahead of him. Who else is in there? I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. It's a little bit hard to see. But in either case, yeah, this is getting towards the end. This is Dilly's 21st race. Coogie's 22nd, so we're really getting close to the finish here. And so
I thought that said 19th for Coogie.
Oh, was it 19th?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Never mind. Then we got a little bit of time to go with Cougs.
Cougs. How good. Coogie are those Cougs?
Pretty Coogie.
You better believe it.
Wow. Glenn doing like some kind of matrix avoidance of Dilly's green shell. I just happened to look over just for that.
Dude, it's got to feel pretty good if it's got to feel pretty good if you're so good at Mario Kart to the point where you can literally just Keanu green shells, because they're among some of the most annoying items in this game to get hit by.
Yeah, they're when they hit you, it makes you feel pretty bad because, you know, they don't home in on you, so you're thinking that you shouldn't really get hit by them, but they definitely still hit you. They definitely have a way of sniffing out the cart a lot of times when you don't expect it, and it can be incredibly frustrating.
You want to know what makes it feel so dumb? It's like, you feel like you should just be able to brake to get around it, but every player is like, no, I don't want to brake in Mario Kart. I want to go. I want to keep going ahead right now and thinking they could outrun it. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the odds of the green shell hitting you when it ricochets off a wall is much bigger because it's covering more ground by bouncing in between the walls that are on most courses.
Right.
So it actually does literally increase the odds of it hitting you. So by you just still racing in its general vicinity, it makes it more likely for you to get hit by it. So you figure, oh, what's the best thing to do? The best thing to do would be brake, but it doesn't feel like that because it feels like you should be able to drive past it. That's what makes it so annoying to get hit by, Chris, because it's something that literally just by the feel of the controller in your hands, by the feel of the game's mechanics, if you feel like you should be able to get around it, but then you can't. You want to know, like, to just put it in perspective what it's comparable to?
What's it comparable
It's like...
to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should let you ask the question.
I just wanted to know.
I'm sorry. It's like when a character has a really, really sick combo in a fighting game, Smash or otherwise, but the combo just doesn't work. Everything works until the last finishing blow of the combo, and you want to be able to do it so bad, but you know it doesn't work and that it's just going to put you in a bad position, but it feels like you're able to do it. That's why green shells are so annoying. It feels like you can get around them, but a lot of the time, without doing something that you think would be stupid, you can't.
Yeah, man.
So you just wind up feeling dumb no matter what.
Yeah, they're frustrating. Also, Glenn took that race from Kugi, who then also took that race from Vertex. So Vertex getting a 3rd place. Not a place that he's really seen much of today, but Glenn gonna dish out the L for at least one race. Shouts to Glenn, doing well on his own circuit. You know, it's always you always like to see it at least a little bit. Let's see.
Shoutouts to that guy picking Baby Park deliberately. and Kugi picking Kugi? What are you doing?
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Kugi's stage selection sometimes kind of sucks, but I think he probably just goes to the ones that feel like comfortable.
He's freaking laughing about it. Look at him. I don't care how blurry the screen is, man. I could tell an evil Kugi laugh from a mile away. Oh, it looks like they're gonna go to Ribbon Road instead. Wow. That's... Punish this man. Put him down. While over here at a clean 200 points is Moral Atheist over at Music Park. Meanwhile, we got Kunio on Yoshi Valley, which is the other one that I would assume is on Yoshi's Island, I guess. I mean, they're just a bunch of giant eggs everywhere, which you can only assume when they hatch are gonna have these giant, demonic, dinosaur Yoshis coming out of them.
You think about how big dinosaurs are, like how big dinosaurs were. Like, I feel like an egg that size could only really make sense. Like, you ever think about like what kind of like if Godzilla hatched from an egg, how big that egg would be, and then how much he grows over the course of his span? Like, he's not just Godzilla. Like, it takes some time.
How much protein do you think was in that egg?
Huh. Way more than you could digest. I know that.
Way more than you could digest. You ever hear this fun fact about Godzilla? They said a monster like that couldn't possibly survive or exist even if it was real, because it would literally not be able to lift its own legs, because its legs would be so heavy that it just wouldn't be able to support the weight of them walking.
You ever see that guy walk, though? I mean, he walks like kind of slow and stuff, like kind of like stumbly, so maybe they knew that. Like, maybe he's just an anomaly. He just got like strong legs, but like also not that strong. Like, they're strong to scale of a Godzilla, enough where he can walk, but not, they're not weak enough to where he can't exist.
Right.
Basically.
Right. I see what you're saying. Like, it's got like that perfect balance going on. I guess for him, just every day was leg day. Every day was leg day at the gym for him. I don't know. I remember the last Godzilla movie with Bryan Cranston. It was really good.
Oh wow, yeah. What the heck? I forgot that movie. I forgot that movie even existed.
2011, something like that. Probably even earlier than that. Was a really good movie. And I'm not gonna lie, Bryan Cranston. He was only in like half of it, but in that half that he was in, he acted the hell out of that movie. Like, he was like, he literally looked like he was trying to get an Oscar for like the small role that he had in that movie. And it's like, all right, that was when like Breaking Bad was at its peak as well, and it was like, all right, Bryan Cranston, just calm down. Like, we get it, you're the best actor who ever lived. We understand. We get it. You vape. Got him. Ribbon Road, ladies and gentlemen. Dilly Diamond sitting at an unfortunate. It's going to fall back to 11th place actually, as he misses that trick right there. But that trick by the big secret ramp. But that Bullet Bill is gonna be able to carry him just one other place ahead. While we got Lyric of Wisdom in the chat to get that stream involved. Oh, that'd be great. Lyric of Wisdom actually, I believe, is in the Glentendo Discord as well.
Yeah, you should definitely do it. It's a pretty good, easy way to get content in, even if you're just looking for like a couple hours to engage with your viewers. I'm obviously gonna be trying to push you. We don't blow the world over with viewers on this channel, but we're getting a lot of new people and a lot of different people interested in it. So you make some new friends. It's fun. I've actually had a really good time with these recently. But oh wait, I was just gonna say we have 2 people, but that's literally just Kunio's screen, but twice. So I gotta fix that.
I thought it was Cold Brew and Cold Brew's mom.
Well, that's a different thing.
Cold Brew's mom has got it going. Oh no, she doesn't, because she just died.
Damn, dude.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to hell for that one. 10th place. Oh, as unfortunately they fall off again. Oh, very unfortunate for the Daisy player over on Cold Brew stream. Unfortunately for them, while they are sitting pretty on Wildwood, as well as Melpool. Yep. Not doing too much. Actually, he's doing a lot better. Never mind.
Melpool's been really solid all day, honestly. I think he's been benefactor of a couple smaller lobbies, but he's taking advantage of it. So it's, you know what I mean? It's not like, because you can still get smaller lobbies and still like not do well. But if you're winning that and getting those points, that's all that really matters. Take advantage of the games, like how they structure things. Tournament mode isn't always the most effective thing, but it gets the job done enough, and it's pretty fun. So I'm also just enjoying watching Vertex via Kugi on the bottom. We're getting to see those little short bursts that he has going on that we were hearing about being a cruiserweight. Learned that today. Thanks to Jetliner. And
yeah,
yes,
thank you so much for telling us that, my friend. It's very apparent that Rory is able to utilize snaking as a tactic a lot better than some other characters in this game would be, because he's got that top speed of a heavy, but, you know, if he's got better handling by being a cruiser instead of a heavy, that's actually pretty important in terms of his actual drifting abilities, because if I'm not correct, I mean, oh no, as he hits the mushroom on the ground into the banana that was left on the ground as well. Hopefully it doesn't affect his turnout in this race too much, as he does finish in first place for that race. Yes, he does.
Definitely.
But to continue on my point, I believe snaking and I assume you're familiar with snaking, Chris. It's when you, it's when you just like drift in one direction, get the boost, and then immediately start drifting in the other direction, get the boost. So you can just keep boosting on straightaways.
That's exactly what it is.
That technique was, I believe, officially introduced in Mario Kart DS. You could sort of do it in Mario Kart Double Dash, but the way drifting worked in that game was a lot different. You didn't hop when you did it, and you didn't have exactly the same control of your kart. It's like your control still felt a lot looser than it did in the other Mario Kart games that came after it. It's actually part of the reason why I don't really like Double Dash too much myself. So that technique was technically officially introduced in Mario Kart DS around Double Dash, and it's been a staple of the series ever since then. And you see Vertex actually utilizing the cruiserweight so he can keep that top speed of a heavy that he has, but to have good enough handling to be able to still effectively snake on straightaways as well. So that right there is why people play characters like Rory a lot more, because he's literally one of the best characters in this game. It's just, apparently if your name is Rory and you're in a Nintendo game,
you're good.
You're just good.
You're
unless
destined
it's melee,
for greatness.
but,
You're destined for greatness. Also,
unless it's melee.
Yeah, then you have to be a very skilled one. So I do want to point out, apparently, Dilly's one of his Joy-Con died, so he's now racing on one Joy-Con. He was just showing us on the stream, so that's why I went to him really quick. That sucks, man, but I think he only has like 2 more races, this one and the next one.
What?
So he's hanging in there.
I feel bad for laughing, man, but that's like
that's hard, man.
Thing.
It is. That's a rough position to be in. That's a really rough position to be in, but he's making it work, dude. He's actually been having a really good day today. And I'm happy to see that, because I think it was last week he was having a not as good day. And anytime I see that, it just makes me sad, because I'm just like, oh man, he's just pissed. But
I was gonna say, but Lyric in the chat already beat me to it, man. You gotta get on that Pro Controller.
Yeah,
you gotta get on that Pro Controller. The Pro Controller,
good,
I think, is one of
man.
the best controllers Nintendo has ever designed.
I agree with that. It's very
Personally.
comfortable. They did the formula that you do, like basically just do the Xbox controller formula, or I guess the Xbox 360 controller. Don't do the Xbox controller. Do you remember that thing?
I hate that one.
I think it was such a big controller, and for no reason, because it had those
I
black
was a
and white
little
buttons.
ass child.
They
supposed
were
to
just
use
there.
that.
I don't know why they did that.
I don't know why they did that either, man. There are certain controllers I'm fans of and certain ones I'm not, and the Pro Controller is definitely one of them. For anybody who knows me super personally, I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty Zombies. Literally just the zombie mode specifically. It's one of my favorite games literally ever. And on PC, I actually use my Switch Pro Controller to play it. Like, Steam has like Switch Pro Controller support, and then you just map the buttons and your game basically thinks it's an Xbox controller or whatever, and it's like, it functions flawlessly, man. I wish just other consoles did that. Like, I want to get a PS4 so I can play Final Fantasy VII Remastered, but first of all, it's probably not worth it to get it just to play that one game as much as I want to play it. And even if I did, I hate the DualShock. The PS4 controller, man, I hate it.
It's I haven't really used them that much, the PS4 specifically. I don't even know what's different from it than like a PS2, but the PS2 controller was like kind of legendary.
Yeah, it was. I don't know where they went wrong. Oh, speaking of going wrong, Dilly unfortunately getting hit right by the edge of that ramp, which is literally the worst place you can possibly get hit by a shell, unfortunately for him, because literally you just get double the lag. You get hit by the shell, you have that lag, and then you literally, while you're in hit stun, you drift into the abyss, which just makes your lag that much worse. And now he's actually going to finish at 8th place in that race, unfortunately, while Vertex doing what Vertex is one to do.
Yeah, Vertex he's been lining him up, knocking him down today. So I am going to go in for a score update. I think I don't know if Dilly's done or if he has one more. I lost tally. All right, it looks like he's got one more, so that's good. Let me check in on some of the other guys. There we go. Looks like Mel is checking out the scores, so we kind of get to see that. Vertex, dude, 332. Vertex, good lord.
Oh my, is he gonna have? Well, no, he can't have a perfect game.
That might be the record so far. Yeah, we saw him get that 1/3 place. We haven't seen anyone get that high of a score. Meanwhile, Adam's still impressively at 271. Zodiac at 245. Those are good scores. But you know the 332 is like amazing score.
Yeah, unfortunately, he won't get a perfect, which I don't believe we have ever seen in a Glentendo circuit as well, which I believe with our current format of 24 races would be 360 points. But that's damn close.
Yeah, that's
close, man.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
What a savage, dude.
Dude, cannot wait to see the final scores for this event, which we will tally up relatively soon, as I believe we are wrapping up some of our races here, finishing off on... where else could it be? Rio de Janeiro, the top, Jesus Christ, all the way up there for your viewing pleasure. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's Mount Wario, which to me is basically Rio de Janeiro, up against Kugi.
Yeah, this is a good last race to get if you're Dilly, at least a fun one. But I know Kugi still has a few more to go. But oh, okay. So Cold Brew also on his last race. We haven't seen a lot of Cold Brew. I get him back on here. I think he was basically just in some of the other lobbies that were not as big as some of the other lobbies that we've been watching. So here we go. There's Cold Brew. We'll get him in on his last race because this is his last one. And bringing us another racer. I don't know who Nick is, but hello, Nick, on Cold Brew stream. And I just, again, want to appreciate his stream layout. It is such a good layout.
So sick.
It is such a good layout. I'll focus on it a little bit more in a second because currently Cuneo is he's been so solid today, too. It's funny is you see someone like him constantly finishing like in the top placings. And it really just does put it in perspective when you see like a Vertex who has like 332 points and stuff. But it's interesting to see. But in either case, yeah, we'll break it back out so we get Dilly's last bit in here. We get to get Cold Brew's last bit in here. Because again, thankfully these guys are streaming because it basically allows these streams, the tournament streams, to be possible. I say this every time because I feel like I have to, and I think it's important to note this game doesn't have a spectator mode. And honestly, I think if a new game comes out, I kind of don't think it's gonna have a spectator mode either. So this is really the only real way to stream these is to screen cap other streams. And you know, if you like these players and you think they're good, or just you know they're your boys, raced against them in one of these, just go follow them. These are their Twitch ats. Go say hi, go cheer them on. Go say thank you to them for me, even though I say it every week, and we'll continue. But, wow, that was Dilly just narrowly missing first. He's so frustrated. I don't blame him. That sucks. Getting past the last second by Run 5K, who finally got that first place, and we've been watching him finish second all night.
Closing out the game immediately. Is he going to reopen it so he can see the scores? It doesn't even look like he is.
I think he's over it, dude. He's done.
Oh, no.
He's over it. Poor guy. I understand the feeling. You know, you put some good time in for the day, and it's like, all right,
oh! Did you see the double bomb stop by Cuneo at the right?
Yeah, Cuneo.
He had two bombs, and he stopped 2 red shells with them.
Cuneo
in his final lap
has been so on point, and that's above Adam. Adam is a professional and a good player. Yeah, what a savage, dude. That's the cool stuff you see. Well, let me see what's going on here.
It was absolutely nutty that he had all those items, and while conveniently having a triple red shell player behind him throw all of those and then defend against them every time. When you're on your last lap, it can already be pretty nerve-wracking to have to use a bomb to stop the red shell behind you, because if you don't time it right and you pull the bomb out and you release it just a little too late, you're just going to get hit by the red shell with the bomb out in front of you, and you're going to have more lag. And he didn't do that twice. With the boombox as well. That was so sick. Dude, it waves at you.
I know. So anyone...
She waves at you.
If you're wondering what you're looking at right now, because it's a little confusing, this is a really cool stream layout made by Cafe Cold Brew. You can just call him Cold Brew. My man's really clever. What a great presentation. I love this so much. This really hits me in the 90s of my heart and soul. I really appreciate this. Really cool presentation, man. But we do still have more Mario Kart. I'm just getting us back into pace here. Sorry.
Running in the 90s.
That is so cool. Anyways, yeah, so here's Kugi. He's still going. And I can see who else is still going. There might still be a couple more. Kunio is also still going. I think everybody else is pretty much done. So I'm going to get them both queued up so we could watch and enjoy the last bit. I think Kugi still has a couple more races. Whoops. Meanwhile, I don't know how many Kunio has left, but he's getting there.
He's got the blue shell behind him, too. He just got hit with the dirty Dublin Doodler, man. That was just every bad thing that could have happened in the book. While Io slips right past him here, tries to snipe him with the red shell just for good measure, but unfortunately for Io, he's going to go ahead and miss, and then therefore he's not going to have any protection against the red shell that Kugi just threw instead. Tries to snipe him with the green shell, doesn't hit him quite yet. It's a little hard to tell off the ricochet. And now he's got the mushroom to be able to get through that little patch of grass as the shortcut, and now he's going to take first throughout this first lap so far while they're going neck and neck against each other. Oh, dude, my God, he's taking a left turn. Look at him bump against each other, Chris. Look at that. This is what you love to come see here at the Talladega Nights down in NASCAR.
Dude, Kugi, Yo's playing like a bully. I love watching Bowser just kind of come right up to you at the back of your cart and just sort of try and get by. Racing really well today, Io. Shout out to Io, man. Resident Bowser main for Smash for anyone who is wondering who I keep referencing.
I did not know that.
Io? I know you knew that.
Yeah. That he played Bowser also in Smash?
Yeah, he does. Io's a Bowser main.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I did not know that.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much information I have on all these different players of like all these different games. What do I even do with
it? Man, I mean, it's been crazy casting some of the
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi tournaments, man. People come in with tokens of, like, whoever their favorite character is, and we think that's who they main when they're coming up in the Wi-Fi tournament, and then they play, like, frickin' Violet or something.
Yo, on the low, I don't know if you saw Lakitu's total score. Just Lakitu was, like, 195. That bot putting in work today. I think he got second.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. He finished behind Io on that race. I don't know why he had so many coins. He had 195 coins. But, like,
what a legend.
Shout out to Lakitu. Yo, Cold Brew, thanks for streaming, man. I am obsessed with your stream layout. I think it's the coolest. But anyways, that's a good finish for Kunio. I don't know if that's his last one, but if it's not, it's still good that he got first, and that's above Deli, Shy Guy, and Adam. Adam's really good, sitting at 292, so that's a good win. Good win to have. And Kugi is going to continue to trudge forward. He only has one more, so I might recommend. Yeah, Kunio is done, by the way. I might recommend just going straight to his stream. I will still happily cast over it, but it's always good to support these guys, especially on the last one. Go ahead and give him a cheer and tell him he's doing a good job, all those fun things. I'm going to wait it out till he finishes because then I'll get to see the point total because Kugi is pretty relevant to a lot of the top 8s in these, and I'm assuming today is no different despite a couple not as good placings as he's had in the past. But you know, this was a rough day today. There's actually a lot of really good racers and a lot of really close ones.
Yeah. Cold Brew, what I will say is that first of all, don't feel bad about the lower res of that. The more the merrier, honestly, for us to play in these races. And second of all, as obsessed as Chris is with your stream layout, I hope your stream layout is just as obsessed with me.
Seriously.
I'll just go ahead and say that. First place here on this first lap is Kugi. No surprise as well. We got Waluigi on a Wiggler, which sounds like a sandwich. Yeah, you ever that sounds like something like a waitress would. That sounds like something a waitress would yell at like a diner to like the cook in the back, like, yeah, you know, can we want a Waluigi on a Wiggler here? Extra mud.
He's like, yeah, I'd like a Waluigi, like, and then she's like, I like that on a Wiggler. He's like, yeah, I'll take a Wiggler, and then she yells.
How else?
Yeah, how else do you have it? But anyways, so
we got it on a Goomba. Koopa. Go crazy. We can put that shit on a Bowser for you if you like. Oh, speaking of Bowser, Io coming back in. Oh, he's bullying him again. Look at this. That's my Wiggler. Oh, and he's coming back in as well, looking behind. Oh, dude, this final race is heating up here while Kugi is able to get back in first place again, actually getting relatively far away from... Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. He's right on top of him. I take all of that back. Io out here to win with this race. He's the only contention for Kugi here.
And Kugi,
welcome to Monte Carlo Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the final lap of Yoshi's Circuit. Kugi holding it down. Gonna take his shortcut, of course. He likes to jump through this little area right here. He knows he doesn't lose too much speed because of it. Oh, jumping through the tires as well. He's got a red shell. He's going to stop to actually farm a different item because he knows that the blue shell is coming in hot for Io, and that is why Kugi is one of the best players in the server. But is it going to matter? Oh, he slips by because of the red shell. Oh, Kugi is none too happy about that.
That is the look of disappointment. Meanwhile, I bet you EO's popping off pretty hard. I mean, he's got a big win on Dyla.
Oh, they were the only 2 players in that server.
Yeah, he's a little tight. So, Kugi, hang in there, man. You've been racing so well these days. Don't tilt on us. Actually, you could sometimes you tilt so much that you just fall right to sleep. You know, you tilt, and then before you know it, you're laying down and you just go to bed. It's okay.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, let's go to sleep. So I'm gonna check in on the scores, and then that's gonna be it from us. Then we'll see you on Tuesday, because in case you weren't aware, these also happen every single Tuesday. They're just a little different. I would say these are definitely the better events in terms of how they run and how the total, or how the point totaling works, but the Tuesday events are also fun. It's different. It's teams, and it's a little bit of a different animal. But all right, let's check in to see what's going on. There's only 12 minutes left for scoring, and that's thank you Cold Brew for the sub, dude. You are the man. Yeah, so Vertex finishing in first at 332, just kind of blowing everybody away. Adam, though, making it work. Still breaks 300, 307, so good job, Adam. Does also come from the Kart Clash realm and the Mario Kart Central realm, so it's got plenty of experience. That's like your top-end Mario Kart player. And then Victini also comes from there, is going to take third, assuming that she's all done. Cuneo fourth, a good day for Cuneo. Cuneo always does really well, though. And that's Kugi sitting at fifth. Don't be fooled by the Dyla tag. Zodiac coming in sixth, solid as always, and Takamarth making his way in the top 8. Let's go. Usually just outside of it. And that's Panda Paz. We were talking about him way earlier. We see him every week, and he finishes pretty well. And for Lukaska knocking on the door, only 9 points off. Keep knocking, dude. You'll get in eventually. Meanwhile, Skinarsik, Deli, Melpool, thank you for streaming. Moral Atheist, also thank you for streaming. Gonna be top 13. Yo, with a probably better day than usual, does finish on top of Glenn, although Glenn might still be racing. I think he started late. Run 5K, Cold Brew, Dilly, Mario Freak, Scott. Thanks everybody for entering, for joining. If you guys enjoyed these things, they're every single Sunday. This is a weekly. And they usually pop off. And actually, before I get into that sentiment, let me see how many entrants this had. 25, not right on par. That's pretty much been the average. We're usually between 25 and 30 racers, so you're guaranteed to have people to play with, and also there's a lot of really good players that pass through these. So if you're looking for the full-on Mario Kart experience, Glentendo Circuit every Sunday is good. And if you're looking for another pretty good Mario Kart experience, pretty good I say, every single Tuesday we got Blue versus Red. Teams format works pretty similar to what you were watching today, just Red versus Blue. And then if you're looking for something totally different, we do have Smash every single Thursday. That is a thing that has been a staple of this channel for a very long time. But, you know, since we're talking Mario Kart, that's what we're going to end on. And Tunis, you got any last words, man?
Yeah, if you want to follow my YouTube channel, which I'm actually going to actively start posting stuff again real soon, I got a video about Origami King that I got coming out, the new Paper Mario game. I've been working on that before I started doing this here circuit today, as well as a brand new series I got going on for Smash. I mean, not trying to necessarily wean out of Smash. I mean, I'm trying to make other content, but you know, I've sort of established myself on YouTube as like a sort of a mini Smash content creator, so that's sort of the stuff I'm leaning towards a little bit at the end of the day. So I got a brand new series I had cooked up for that. I think it's a unique idea. I'm going to call it Smash Excellence with Nintunis. Pay no attention to the stuff down there at the bottom. Like, I know I never really post You can pay a little bit of attention to that. Yeah, there was a long time ago, about a year and a half, where I really just wasn't actively posting anything. But now, on top of the fact that we are spending a lot of our time inside because of quarantine and whatnot, and the fact that I don't have a job right now, it's given me a lot of motivation, quote unquote, to start making content again. And I've got some pretty good ideas for that. So I've been trying to do that, which is part of the reason why I haven't really been streaming as of late. That, and I just also, not gonna lie, just haven't really felt like it. I just wanted to take a pretty sizable break from streaming. I've been having a lot more fun commentating these circuits, you know, spending time with the good lad Chris, commentating with him instead, you know, so we can have like 2 people commentating these tournaments.
So much better.
All the more swell. But yeah, you can go ahead and follow me on my YouTube. Just Nintunis right there. You saw it right there. That's pretty much the one I'm going to be trying to push a little from now. And also my Twitter, which is just @Nintunis on Twitter, Twitch, the whole shebang. And yeah, that's pretty much for me. Chris, thank you for having me again, as always.
Dude, it was a pleasure. Thank you for doing these with me. I appreciate it. Hope you guys had a nice stay. Hope you guys had fun. Although I see some of you guys did in the chat, and I love hearing that, man. I know don't do the huge numbers, but you know, the fun levels have been so consistent on these streams. I'm definitely gonna keep going for it for a while, basically until you guys stop streaming. So before that happens, though, I'll be here. Nintendo will be here. We say thank you, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Mwah. Wabu.